It's great to have you all back on Coin Lady channel. What follows is a discussion of XRP. My first donation will be this $1 million worth of XRP to help those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. In response to the recent earthquakes in Turkey and Syria, the prominent fintech firm Ripple has announced that it will donate up to $1 million in XRP tokens to aid organizations. This is something I stress repeatedly. You take into consideration the worldwide good that Ripple does. This $1 million in XRP has the potential to grow to $20 million if held until the case concludes. There's no telling how high the cost could go. An attorney from Web3 says that Ripple has a 3-year head start on finding a solution. It has been speculated that the ongoing legal battle between the United States Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple will have far-reaching consequences for the development of the cryptocurrency market. Jesse Hines, a lawyer for the Big Three search engines, has said that Ripple has a significant advantage over other cryptocurrency companies that may face similar legal action from the SEC because of the blockchain company's 3-year head start. If XRP's future is clarified by regulations, what will happen then? None other coins in circulation will feature it. Suddenly, that becomes extremely helpful. If that happens, XRP's price is guaranteed to soar. Then there's the fear of missing out, FOMO money from institutions and the live release of idle from banking institutions. Since Ripple has assembled a formidable legal team, in his opinion, the company could serve as an example for the entire industry. In his opinion, other businesses that face similar claims of financial loss may need to start from scratch when assembling their legal teams. In addition, from what I can tell, Ripple has a formidable legal team. You have guys like Stuart Calderon and Johnny Deaton out there reporting the news all the time. At some point, I think Ripple will be victorious here. However, many people do not accept that as true. Many anticipate that the judge will continue to act corruptly. In this video, we'll delve deeper into the topic. A brand new alliance between Ripple and the property industry will have its transactions recorded on the XRP blockchain. Furthermore, it is clear that we have arrived at a suitable dwelling. According to an interview with Proper Homes CEO John McCoy, the ratio of real estate agents to citizens in Portugal is 580 to 100,000. In comparison, the ratio across all of Europe is 136 to 100,000. Through the use of its own token, Proper PRP, the company intends to increase the trust and credibility of these professionals. Further, the partnership is expected to see the real estate marketplace use the XRP ledger to issue utility non-fungible tokens representing asset ownership. Users of NFTs will be able to conduct transactions with greater speed, security, and low energy consumption. And as I predicted at the outset, the year 2023 will be a watershed moment for the XRP ledger. The trend towards gamification will only increase. Let's wait and see. That means NFTs will grow and flourish if I decide to join the team. Because society is evolving in this way, I predict a proliferation of NFTs, which are much more than computer-generated artwork. Deeds to property and vehicle titles could be created from them. The rate at which things are altering globally is astounding. As I've already mentioned, the value of XRP rises with every transaction recorded on the XRP ledger. 2022, it's outrageous that former FCC Director William Hinman made millions from an Ethereum firm while he was in office. These politicians go to Washington where they can't even rub 2 nickels together and always come back with a fortune. Corruption in the background is to blame for everything that has gone wrong. As a result of the hitmen, we saw some of this rottenness firsthand. Additionally, we witnessed it through FTX and its subsequent collapse. Nonetheless, we must put an end to this. If this keeps up, that government will continue to receive our tax money. We foot the bill for their salaries while they engage in dubious behind-the-scenes dealings with numerous other businesses and banks. To be sure, politicians aren't in charge of the government any longer. We're talking about the major financial institutions and major corporations. Whistleblower documents obtained through the Freedom of Information Act reveal that ex-SEC Director William Hinman received millions in retirement benefits from a law firm that advocates for Ethereum. Why do you suppose Ethereum was exempted from this rule, exactly? There you have it. That sums up Hinman's justification for serving as the SEC's chief corporate finance advisor from the middle of 2017 until the end of 2020. In a now famous June 2018 article, Hinman famously stated that the current offers and sales of Ether are not security transactions due to the decentralized nature of the Ethereum network. Finally, you have it. That is why he did it. He needed the cash. Ripple and the SEC will not settle, Attorney Deaton states again. Here he says, in his opinion, Gensler is not planning on reaching an agreement with Ripple. Ripple won't settle unless the SEC says so, and I don't think he's going to settle and publicly agree that ongoing and future XRP sales, including in the secondary market, are non-securities, said Deaton. Gensler won't do that because it would set a bad precedent for other cryptocurrencies, which he now includes in his definition of security, including stablecoins. Looks like they want nothing to do with being used anymore. That topic will be addressed in a later video. Even if Judge Torres has always done what's right, her decision in the Ripple case could potentially change that. The apathy of the general public is only encouraging her pursuers to put more pressure on her. Some people, it seems to me, think this is the one time she'll do what she's told, as if someone else were pulling the strings. Then we hear this shocking announcement that the FTC has filed for bankruptcy. A judge at the FTC has ruled against the U.S. trustees' request for an impartial examiner. A credible investigation into the parties who may have enabled the largest fraud in U.S. history will be impossible if this ruling is upheld. Now you can see the process in action. They don't want any specific names mentioned, but they are making the point that if this happened to FTX, then why should we expect a favorable ruling for Ripple from this judge when we know there is corruption at the SEC? But I believe this judge is able to see through it and will make the right decision. It appears that she has been on Ripple's side the entire time. Perhaps she will not partake in the backroom corruption that exists. Perhaps she wants to be the one who finally says, enough is enough. The court rules in favor of Ripple. Let innovation explode in the United States, because if Ripple loses, we won't be able to catch up for at least another year or two. Judgment or settlement does not mean the end of the case. SEC vs. Ripple. The legislative process is the final step in the ripple effect test for regulations. The Blockchain Association asserts that the United States Congress, not the SEC, will establish cryptocurrency regulation. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. It is not Gary Gensler but rather Congress who makes the laws, not him. And you better pray that Warren gets her out of crypto as soon as possible, because she wants to get me and you out of crypto for good. They are firm believers that retail investors should avoid the cryptocurrency market. We require the intervention of other politicians at this time. If other legislators came in and said, hey, listen, this is something that everyone can benefit from, every single citizen in the US, that would be a good start. What we need to do is advance. Any future crypto investments will be safe for all investors. If there is a rug pull, we will find those responsible and punish them. We will intervene if we discover that an exchange is misusing customers' funds for its own gain. And it doesn't matter to us who's doing it. Individuals will be called out. See how quickly they stop when names are threatened. That's why legislation of that sort is necessary. Laws mandating openness. You're aware of the players who could alter the situation. The issue, however, is that in the United States, everyone is getting paid in these underhanded transactions. They're afraid of giving up their benefits. The European Union's blockchain regulatory sandbox is now open for applications. It's such a radical change from the United States. Sadly, they will no longer be at the forefront of technological development. Companies like Ripple will be met with open arms in Europe and Asia from a practical standpoint. In the meantime, the European Union is moving forward full speed ahead while we sit here in the United States behind an innovation that I believe is falling behind the rest of the world. When it comes to crypto, they're working to improve matters. They hope to do some good with crypto. They're keen to put it through its paces in all manner of mundane transactions. We should be at a point now where you can use cryptocurrency to buy groceries, gas, and other necessities without ever having to use a bank again. The issue lies there. If you could use cryptocurrency for all of your purchases and payments, including utility bills, you might decide to stop using banks altogether. And that's exactly what scares them. The February Ripple updater LBC's theory of odd even buyback for data. Arguments presented by SurgeSec. To that end, let's examine the situation. Unlike other cryptocurrencies, Ripple XRP still has a distinct profit opportunity due to the SEC lawsuit in the medium term. The XRP price is still stagnating, being suppressed, and not reflecting its true worth. The price of XRP hasn't changed despite the fact that more and more projects are adopting the ledger. That's why I said it will go off at some point in the near future. What happened with the LBR credit coin price shows us what could happen with XRP this year. The sudden increase in cost begs an explanation. The same holds true for XRP. To state my case, not much has happened this quarter in the way of ADL or CBDC adoption that makes me rethink my long-term forecasts. We are now witnessing CBDCs preparing for launch, though they are not yet operational. This explains why actual daily usage of XRP is not reflected in the statistics. Although a settlement with the SEC is possible, Ripple is still negotiating for more information about XRP and penalties that won't put the company out of business. Yeah, that's the other thing. Penalties, if they must be imposed, should be fair and not the massive shakedown that Gary Gensler relentlessly pursues against these businesses. That must also end. Can we expect XRP holders to become wealthy due to the buyback theory? Now, I just want to quickly mention this because, once again, the buyback theory is brought up every time the price of XRP increases, and many people genuinely believe this is what is going to happen. Yet this is merely conjecture. This section explicitly states that the theory has no real backing and is purely speculative. It's a prime example of the shoddy research that some influential people on the internet pass off as though. Don't count on the buyback. If it happens, great. If not, I don't see it happening anytime soon. However, I foresee a future high-priced XRP, and whether it's $1,000 or $10,000, it won't be backed by gold. In another clip, I'll explain what exactly gold is backed by. The claim has no foundational support. It's worth something like the US dollar, but like the dollar, it's backed by nothing more than debt and unfulfilled promises. Therefore, XRP is not required to have a backing asset. The monetary authorities will assign a price to XRP. Because of its widespread practical application, the price of one XRP must be higher and more stable if it is to be widely adopted. It must not be wildly fluctuating. This is a topic of heated debate amongst the public. The time it takes to complete a transaction means that the relative value of X and P is irrelevant, but they have big plans for XRP. It will be linked to debt and used to settle existing debt. We require a level playing field, but its value does not require any backing. What no Ripple-related shows have you seen? They've stated on multiple occasions that RippleNet is always their default offering, followed by this mysterious source. Are you curious as to why prominent organizations have not adopted ADL? That's right. They're involved in a legal battle right now. Check with Bank of America and see what they say. Bank of America has proven that it is prepared to launch as soon as this legal process concludes. Keep in mind that Brad enters the building with RippleNet. Then he suggests XRP as a means to maximize your RippleNet experience. As a result, he is able to unlock the door. And right now, Ripple is putting in all the pipes through which XRP will be transported. We are currently in a period of uncertainty, but once that passes, I expect the value of XRP to soar. It's important to keep in mind that this lawsuit is here to stay. However, until the lawsuit is resolved, many financial institutions will not engage with XRP. In addition, XRP is a mystery for which we have no answers. Many significant events can therefore occur rapidly. The XRP price has been set to skyrocket. As I mentioned before, I think the price would be somewhere between $10 and $13 with the addition of banks driving it even higher. That's the part you need to focus on. Stay away from buybacks. It will take a long time to get to those higher numbers, so don't focus on the fact that it will be 10,000 tomorrow. Not overnight, but it will happen. Which is why I keep harping on the importance of getting your first investment out this way. Your original payment has been refunded to you. Leave the rest of your XRP in the exchange and see how high the price can go while you play with the house's money. That's how you use cryptography and play it safe. This, too, requires time and tolerance. Not only do I not think it is 2030 anymore, but I also doubt that it ever was. Due to a change in the timeline, I think 2025 will be a pivotal year. I plan to elaborate on that in a subsequent video. So with that, I'm going to end this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.